Greetings, adventurers, and well met Master of Dungeons here on the Master of Dungeons Twitch channel, twitch.tv/the Master of Dungeons. It is Sunday evening. Time for another episode of Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk. Design Lizard, thank you very much for the gifted sub to Beth Yui 409. Congratulations, Beth. Thank you also again, Norse Wrecker, for the resub. Design Lizard for your 20 months subscribed. Excellent, excellent, everyone. Welcome in. It is Sunday evening. We've had a couple of weeks off, do some unfortunate things, but we are back together tonight for a little bit of fun, playing another episode of Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk. We are playing a 5th edition D&D rules. Our group on Sunday evenings actually is playing by the Adventurers League rules, which is organized play, which is rules as written. We are incorporating in over time the different rules from the 2024, the difference between the 2014 and 2024 Player's Handbook. The Dungeon Master's Guide is out now as well. Came out a couple weeks back, or a week back, 2 weeks back, something like that. That is out as well. We don't get the Monster Manual until February, so we'll be updating the monsters to the new rules once those come out in February as well. But again, we're still, doing our best to try to get the new rules as much as possible, updating the characters. We did that a few weeks back to the new 2024 rules. But before we get started, you should see on your screens a updated chat area and role area. Kind of enhanced this area over here for everyone to be able to see the roles a little bit better, to see the chats for the characters in the game and the players in the game. You'll get to see a lot of awesome, more snide comments from Hannibal and from Ulmor as well in the chats in Roll20. But speaking of the characters, let's go ahead and have the players reintroduce their characters. Thank you, Burn Secure, very much for the resub as well. So let's go ahead and start with Phelix. Go ahead and introduce your character again for everyone and remind them who you're playing.
I am playing Phelix, the Order of the Scribes Wizard, Lightfoot Halfling, level 9, with the urchin background. Grew up in the city of Neverwinter, or on the streets of Neverwinter. Found a book in some old temple and decided to start trying to be a wizard, and here he is today in Phandalin, or under Phandalin, fighting mind flayers.
All right, thank you, Phelix. And then we have Hannibal.
Hannibal Kane, Hill Dwarf, beautifully groomed, perfectly brushed chest hair, Way of the Ascendant Dragon, monk, likes using focus points, can't wait to get another one. Like smashing things with my fist and smashing things with my wonderful battle axe, Hugh.
All right, thank you, Hannibal. And then we have Ulmor.
Yes, I'm playing Ulmor Wakefield, a bard-barian, if you will. He is almost 7 feet tall. He's quite a big guy. Very big and brawn, but very little brain, if you will. His dump stats are wisdom and intelligence, so that makes him not make the best decisions sometimes, but he means well. He also has a little bit of a flaw that once someone questions his courage, he will not back down, no matter how dangerous the situation is, and that can lead to some sticky situations sometimes, and hopefully he'll survive once again through this session.
All right, thank you, Ulmor. Of course, they also have their traveling NPC with them, Shae Moonrise. She is a wood elf, Twilight Domain cleric, and has been traveling with the group since their second session, I believe. Might have been their first session, when their companion, Pollock, had to leave the group. So in Pollock's memory, Shae has been taking up the mantle as their Twilight cleric, trying to keep them alive. Everyone go ahead and start with Heroic Inspiration if you do not have it from the last session still. We'll bring everyone back over to the map. The characters are currently in Elithanok, which is a ancient Illithid or Mind Flayer complex that was from a Mind Flayer empire centuries ago that has fallen into disrepair. They weren't really sure exactly what was going on, but they found out that there are some Mind Flayers that have dedicated themselves to some sort of far realm entity named Ilvash that has been trying to work on a ritual that is going to convert and transform a lot of the denizens in the surrounding area, Underdark and above on the surface, into mind flayers to try to rekindle this empire, including the villagers and townsfolk from the city, from the town of Phandelver, where the characters have been residing for the past probably 5-6 months or so, and have been aiding all of the townsfolk there with different situations that have arisen in the town. You currently find yourselves in Elithanok, and you are just inside an area where there were some cages and some such like that, some cells, and Hannibal was at a door to the north. You had just left the room to the east, which was had a brine pool where you defeated the old and desiccated elder brain that once ruled the area, but has since lost many of its power because of the time and things of that nature had worn down upon it. What would you like to do? Again, you did discover that there was an Alhoon that kind of said good luck to you, was going to finish their research and that was converting some maps into a gem. You had discovered that the other tunnel that would lead to the southwest led back into the opening room, the entry room where you had the statue, and you find yourself now, Hannibal, in front of a door leading to the north. You do know that there are 3 rifts somewhere through different sections that you need to find and utilize somehow to open the rift in the main room up here, where you know that the folk of Phandelver have been taken. Oh, we got a hype chest to open. Let's open that up.
Open it up. Here we go.
There it be. Before I open this door, I'm gonna turn back to Phelix and Shae. How are you guys for spells? Good to go?
Shaelyn is very low on spells. She has a couple of her higher level spells and a couple of her lower level spells. Unfortunately, most of her mid-level spells are gone.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Ulmor, he only has a little bit of rage, and he has no more inspiration to give out for anybody. And he's kind of feeling a little. He feels okay health wise, but
That being said, I have an idea of what Hannibal is asking for. Does anyone watching wish to redeem any gold pieces to allow the characters to have the benefits of a long rest? Fingers comes
look at that.
to your rescue.
right on. Okay.
So we might have to go ahead and kill Hannibal off in honor of Fingers tonight, asking if this was going to be the session where Hannibal finally bites it.
Oh my.
All right, you do feel a wave of peaceful serenity roll across your minds and bodies as you find yourselves being healed of any wounds that you might have and replenishing all of your abilities from a long rest, recharging your items as well. However, unfortunately, coming with the benefits of a long rest, you do lose your temporary hit points.
Oh yeah.
Immediately after that, Sherwin once again spends one of her 4th level spell slots to cast Death Ward on Phelix.
Why not me? Wait a minute.
You're not as squishy, she replies.
Okay.
She will then pull out a scroll from her pouch and cast Death Ward upon herself as well.
Before you go up through there, open the door, Hannibal Ulmor speaks out. He says, Hey guys, I don't understand a whole lot about these gates and going where we need to go. I know we need 3. We're going to try to find our way to help save the people. But that weird, creepy guy that we talked to earlier, that dead-looking, nasty, squid head lifted guy. I got these gems in here in my pack, and I'm not sure if I want to. I think it might be a good idea to come back and see that guy. Maybe he can help me figure some stuff out. Because I've been, working really hard, and I don't know. I think it might be a good idea.
Oh, I was thinking the same thing.
If you guys got questions to ask him, that's fine. I don't really know what to ask, so.
The one thing that you do mention is that he did offer assistance if you returned to him any mind crystals that you found through your travels. I would cause, if you did seek his aid, it would have you forfeiting all of the mind crystals that you found so far.
Okay. Well,
Those might be just as useful in your travels as his aid, so you don't know. That decision is up to you totally.
well, let's see if we can get to a point and we can't figure it out, and then we can maybe come back if we're able.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Ulmor steps up. Hannibal, what do you hear on the other side of this door?
I give a listen on the door.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. You really don't hear much. Your companions whispering back and forth, talking. The sounds do seem to be muted a bit. But as before, that energy, that thrumming that you felt, you didn't hear the psionic whispers in your mind, the psychic whispers in your mind as you opened the doors prior to defeating the Elder Brain. That has since departed, but you do still feel the energy of the far realm and sense that in the region. It does feel a little bit more strong, more thick and powerful beyond this door.
Ulmor, all I can hear is your heavy breathing. Everybody ready?
Yep.
If you're not, just say the word.
Word.
Oh, I accidentally opened the door. It's scary. I'm gonna close the door.
Stone slabs topped with skulls, skull clamps line the walls of this gruesome suite. Each slab bears old stains of blood and ichor. Green and silver rift royals on one wall, showing narrow stone corridors beyond. A mind flare dissects a creature on one of the slabs, aided by 2 assistants. Each assistant is a hunched green creature with a single enormous eye. You've seen them before, with small tentacles just below each one of their eyes. As the door opens, the creatures and the seemingly mind flayer mortician, as it were, turn to engage you. Please select your tokens. Roll me initiative.
Ooh, yeah. Or no.
Sword descending. Oops. There we go. Top of the round, the first to react, fittingly enough, opening the door is Hannibal.
All right, opening the door. That's my turn. No. I'm gonna step in, get out of my friend's way, feeling recharged and refreshed. Make a few attacks. The first one being my Breath of the Dragon. 5-foot wide cone of lightning. 5-foot wide, 20-foot long cone. Or actually, the line. Either way, I'm going to shoot it up and try to get friend number 1 and friend number 2. DC 16 dex saves. And it's
You said
2
lightning
martial arts
damage,
die.
correct?
Yes, please. Double check the new rules. My martial arts die moved. D8. Hip hip hooray.
Yes, the character class, since it was in, I believe, Fizban's, right? With Ascended Dragon.
Yes.
There was no update, I don't believe, in the 2024 Player's Handbook, so you would still use the old rules, what the current rules that were in Fizban's for that. But of course, your monk die does improve. So 11 lightning. I don't believe either one of them has any resistance to lightning, but the Mind Flare, as you already know, does indeed have magic resistance. So let's check for the Nothic in front of you first. It's dexterity saving throw. Your DC is a what?
16.
16. It will fail, taking 11 lightning.
Zap.
Attempt the one for the Mind Flare, but behind it. It will fail as well, taking the lightning damage also. That was your first attack.
Second attack. I'm going to tap it with Hugh on the Nothic in front of me.
The 12, unfortunately, will miss.
All right. Fresh off that nice long rest, we're going to pull out a flurry of blows. I'm going to punch the Nothic.
That will strike true.
And we're going to stunning strike it. Which is going to be con save 16, which it should gladly fail.
It fails. It is stunned until the start of your next turn.
Alrighty. And since it's stunned, I'm going to move over here and punch the second one.
Okay. A 26 will hit for 9 damage.
And I yell back to Ulmor, I would like to rage. And that's my turn.
All right. Reminder to the viewers, you are seeing my view as the DM, so you might see a few things on the DM's GM layer of Roll20. Like, for example, I have Shaelren's spiritual weapon. If she ever needs to pull that out, I am using a placeholder over here for the initiative holder over here for these creatures. This creature actually is not in combat. Ulmor, it's up to you. Let's see what Ulmor's vision is from right here. Or you can make out one of them that it seems that Hannibal is engaged with. You did notice that he was also engaged with one to the east briefly before moving to the west.
Okay. Well, of course, I would pull my shield up and step into the room. And, see that that's what we've got. I'll kind of step over, be near Hannibal, and these two guys, I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then hopefully that will get them to spell save DC 14, and then bonus action, Rage.
All right, we're going to check something here real quick because I believe it's the stunned condition. They failed dexterity saving throws automatically, I believe. Let me double check. They have not updated the handouts for new conditions as well. Automatically fails strength and dex saves. So this one is automatically affected by your, is it blue? Your blue? Purple Fairy Fire Flame? Okay. Oops, we'll take the blue off of there. And then we will make the dex save for the Mind Flare. Wow, no, we will not. It must have really been paying attention to the dissection it was performing on the slab, which is right here. And Ulmor rages. That is the end
Yes.
of Ulmor's turn. Shaelren is up. 5, 10, 15, 20. She's going to step into here. This one is stunned and fairy fired, so she's going to step over with it. Cast a
You can
second
hit him.
level spell. Bonus action spell. Spiritual weapon. Attack with that first. That will hit. Dealing 17 damage. And then she will swing Lightbringer. Her mace as her action at advantage. AC of 15 will hit on the numbers. This will not add the radiant damage. Just the 4 bludgeoning. And since it is stunned, she is going to go, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. No, she's going to stay put. Phelix, you are up.
All right. I'm going to start off by walking into the room so I can see what's going on. Let's pull out a chromatic orb, since I got a whole bunch of things to jump to. I'm going to cast it at 3rd level. Give me more chance of getting that jumping. So, I'm going to start by casting it at. Do I take the Nothic and probably kill it, or?
Thank you for the lurk, this guy, 2023. Very much appreciated.
Yeah, I'm going to start off with this Nothic. And with advantage.
Okay. That will hit.
25 to hit. I'm going to do acid damage. I know I didn't declare that already, but.
No worries. Just popping that up there for the viewers.
And submit. So that's 17. Oh, hey, I rolled 2 1s. That's enough to get it to jump.
Yep. So 17 will kill that Nothic.
All right, let's jump it to the Mind Flare. And I have to roll again, right? Warpleets, make an attack roll against the new target. And that is also with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 23.
That will hit.
And the damage for that one is 23. 5, 6, 3. No doubles.
Because you did cast it as a higher than a 2nd level slot, so it would have jumped again if you would have rolled the same numbers there, but just instead it's still only 23 acid.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to just going to bring my manifest mind into the room and bring it over here.
Okay.
And close the door behind me.
All right. The Mind Flare is up. Let me adjust this because I'm sure that they did not. 48. All right. It's going to turn towards you all and get you into its cone of its Mind Blast. I know, it's beautiful. Mind Blast. Everyone, please give me a DC 15 Intelligence saving throw.
Inspiration.
Luckily, Phelix has advantage on Intelligence saving throws. That beautiful
Yes,
crown
I
he is
do.
wearing.
So that's a 27.
Inspiration.
Keep in mind, you don't have to use your inspiration until you roll. After
Till
you
you
see
fail.
the roll. Yeah. So if either one of you want to use your heroic inspiration now, you can re-roll that check.
Yes. I will re-roll.
All right. Hannibal is stunned. Ulmor is stunned.
Damn.
And each one of you takes 26 psychic damage. Let's check for Shae and see if she's going to be able to make her saving throw. She is not going to be able to make her saving throw.
Can I give Shaelrin my inspiration?
If you wish, you could do so.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Give her another shot, because I don't want to be by myself.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
you are by yourself,
I am by myself.
as all of your companions are struck by the mind blast of the flare. And everyone, save for Phelix, is now stunned.
Mm.
And the flare moves over, kind of floats above the ground a little bit in this direction. Stops here. And you see its tentacles kind of flare out in the direction of the Nothic, and they both, on his tentacles, point straight at Phelix. The Nothic is up and moves down to Phelix.
Mm-hmm.
Critting Phelix
Okay.
for 11 slashing. Oh, yes. You are stunned, which also means you are incapacitated, unfortunately, Ulmor, which means that you're lose concentration on the fairy fire as well. The second claw from the Nothic. You see 18 for Phelix. Reaction spell?
I'm gonna reaction the using the staff of
Staff.
the glass staff. Staff of defense, that's what it's called.
Bringing up your shield.
Yep.
Thus the creatures move in. Hannibal, you are standing there almost defenseless and stunned. However, at the end of your turn, you may try to attempt another intelligence saving throw, DC 15.
I would like to thank the authors of the 2024 Player's Handbook for fucking up my stillness of mind and moving it to level 10. So I no longer have access to it. I've shrugged this off. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.
Say natural 1. The D&D gods say, ha! Ulmor, again, being stunned, your cloudy vision, you see the creatures converging in upon your companion Phelix. At the end of your turn, please give me another intelligence saving throw.
All right, there we go.
Unfortunately, however, because you were not able to do any of the things required, your rage does end, though. At
Okay.
the end of your turn. So if you want to rage again at the beginning of your turn, you can do so. Shaelrin is up. Let us attempt her saving throw as well. She is still stunned. However, Phelix, you do see Ulmor kind of shake loose from the mind blast right beside you. You are up, Phelix.
Yeah, all right. Let's see. What can I do? All right. I'm going to Misty Step.
Okay. Bonus action, Misty Step.
5, 10, 15. We're just going to go over here. Right near the big gooey thing.
And you do see there is a far realm energy all around that, what appears to be a portal. Beyond that portal, again, as I mentioned, you see the green and silver rift kind of roils back in there, and beyond it, you can see what appears to be a narrow stone corridor. Even with your passive arcane, you can definitely tell that is some sort of portal or rift to another dimension or something of that nature.
All right. That's a saving throw. Darn it. I'm going to cast Mind Sliver on the Nothic.
Okay.
There we go. All that damage. DC 17. Oh, and it makes it.
It succeeds. As you recall, and you've encountered them once before, and you kind of seeing these creatures now, and from everything that you've kind of picked up in Elithanok, you realize that these Nothics were once mind flayers themselves. Especially seeing their mental fortitude against your intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, I don't have any other cantrips that have attack rolls right now. So
The Mind Flayer is back up. It is going to attempt to see if its Mind Blast recharges. It recharges on a 5 or 6. It does not recharge. However, it has got Shelrin right in its path. Looking down, you see its beady little eyes kind of focus on her holy symbol, Ulmor. And it reaches out with its tentacle. Advantage on Hannibal for his intelligence save. AC of 23 will indeed strike Shelrin for 13 psychic damage. And Ulmor, you've seen this before. Shelrin's been in this position before with a Mind Flayer. And she is now grappled. And because of this, she is also, no, she's grappled. She is not restrained, but she is grappled, but she's also still stunned. Grapple E on grapple as well. The Nothic is up. The Nothic is going to turn and attack Hannibal. In return. Actually, no. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. Ulmor, you may take an attack of opportunity if you wish on the Nothic.
Okay, I will.
The Spider Staff will hit. It is going to scoot over to Phelix, the one remaining creature that it will. Of course, Ulmor is now shaken out of the stupor. But Phelix, if you wish to cast another shield from your staff of defense, you may do so.
oh yeah. Yep, gonna do that.
That boosts you to what, a 22?
Yep.
And will critically fail. Back around to Hannibal at the end of your turn. You may attempt another saving throw, this time with advantage.
All right, fingers crossed.
Yay.
There you go. You are no longer stunned. Ulmor, you are not stunned now. You see the Mind Flayer has grappled Shelrin with its tentacles, is raising her up off the ground. You can see the little thing getting ready to, you see the tentacles kind of writhing around her skull, seeking to enter perhaps through her eyes or through her ears, seeking to try to get to her brain.
Yeah, I definitely rage once again.
Okay.
And I will charge forth, and if I hit him with my shield, attempting to knock him loose from the grapple, could I try that?
Unfortunately, you can't do that with him because even if he moves, if he's got her grappled, she can move with him.
She'll move with him.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to use force movement on the grapple E.
Okay. All right,
But
so
keep in mind, go ahead and pop up your shield mastery, because remember it did change a little bit with the new rules. Go ahead and pop that up one more time so we can double check that.
Sure. Master.
So unfortunately, that has to be a bonus action, which you've already used because of rage.
Oh. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. I'm still getting used to this too.
Yeah, no worries. That's the whole point.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm just going to go ahead and rage swing the staff as hard as I can.
Are you
Trying to hit.
You're going to attack recklessly or no?
I'm going to attack recklessly. Yes.
Okay.
Right here on this guy.
$26 will strike true.
Okay. Let me turn my rage on. Okay.
For 14 points. Nice.
Swinging in once again. Second attack.
25 will strike true. Trying to hit it like perhaps maybe on the back of the head, trying to get it to release Sharon.
Yeah,
For
swinging
16 points.
swinging forward and then coming back with a backswing and trying to knock it that way.
It is
Hopefully
still standing. It has not released its grip on Sharon yet.
Oof. Okay, I don't have anything else, so I guess we'll
In turn?
move. In turn, yes, in turn. Yeah,
Okay.
I can't really do it.
Sharon is up. She will attempt her saving throw at the end of her turn. Oops. I need to select her. There we go. She is still stunned, just hanging limply there in the clutches of the tentacles of the Mind Flayer. Phelix.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do another chromatic orb. Nah, I need more attack spells.
As Hannibal and Ulmor give each other knowingly glances that they haven't discussed that at all in the course of this campaign.
A whole bunch of damage, but not enough attack rolls.
Fireball?
When
Do it.
I mean, Hannibal has evasion, and Ulmer's got his shield mastery.
True.
oh man, I could place it where it wouldn't hit Shelrin. But
You
it hit
would probably
myself.
have to drop down at least one square to the south in order to get like a good visual on the back wall.
Oh, you mean on this?
Like on this back wall up over here.
Oh. Oh no, if I put it like right. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Oh, well, I've got visual from here.
Oh, yeah, you do, from Manifest Mind.
Yeah, let's do that. Fireball. Level 3. What happened?
Oh,
And Hannibal and Ulmer, you guys are fine with that, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
I mean-
As I mentioned for viewers earlier, we are playing Adventurers League rules, and in order for that to happen, the players that might be in the area effect do have to agree to it, and you agree to it, not a problem. All right, so yes, you can easily position the fireball back there so it's not going to affect Shelrin.
And once again, it won't let me move it anymore. Oh, actually. Yeah, that's where it would have to be. Won't hit Shelrin, won't hit me. Hits everybody else.
All right, so Hannibal, Ulmor, go ahead and pop up that fireball damage. If you would, Phelix.
Yep.
DC is 17 dexterity saving throw. Ulmor and Hannibal, keep in mind, because Ulmor, with your shield mastery, you do basically, in effect, have evasion against this.
Okay.
Thus, you only take half damage. Half damage is 16 fire.
Oh, Hannibal.
Gotten hot in here.
We're going to attempt this saving throw for the Nothic. It is going to fail, and it does not matter if the Mind Flayer makes it or not. He's still going to take enough damage to kill both of them. Taking
Fireball.
out of combat as Sharon drops to the ground with a thud. Let's see if that shakes her from being stunned. It does indeed shake her from being stunned.
Okay.
Ulmor can go eat some of the fried Mind Flayer.
Calamari.
Looking about the room, you can see from the fireball some of the room, the furnishings in the room and such like that have been a little bit scorched here and there. And you also see the rift to the north, Phelix. Sharon kind of looks around and stands up, kind of limping and holding onto her head, kind of staggering back and forth. Says, "Oh, that happened so fast. I could see his eyes. I saw him about life very close to his end. Thank you, my friends." And she proceeds to cast a spell. Give me 1 second here, because the character sheet will pull up the spell itself. She does ask everyone to gather up closer if you can, Phelix. So 5d8 plus her ability modifier of 4. So let me do this. We do have to check the numbers here as well. 5d8 plus 4. So currently, hold on, before you add that to your hit points, she also has the healer feat has now changed a little bit too. Because the healer feat actually helps with the healing magics. Whenever you roll a die to determine the number of hit points you restore the spell, or with this feat's battle medic, you can re-roll the die if it rolls a 1. So she did roll a single 1, so let's roll an extra die 8 for that. That changes it to a 7. So we're adding 6, 25, 29 healing to everyone.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we don't get any of that as temp hit points after the fact, do we?
No, you do not, unfortunately. And then Ulmor and Hannibal, if she does come over to you, now that you see her mind's a little bit more clear, she will ask for you to hand her your healer kits.
Of course.
Which again allows her to use that. You can spend 1 use of that healer's kit, and you may spend a hit die. And what is everyone's proficiency bonus? Is it +3 now or +4? +3.
4.
4. Oh.
So you may spend a hit die to. What is your hit dice? Which hit dice would you like to use, Ulmor? Your die 12 for barbarian or die 12? Die 12? Okay, so let me roll that die. Go ahead and roll me a die 12. If you roll a 1, you can re-roll it. Nice. So add extra 4 to that, so 17 back.
Okay.
And then you can do the same thing, Hannibal. Nice. So add 4 to that as well. And then Shae will do the same. Rolling that is just down 1 point. So Phelix can still be benefit from the healer feat before a short rest. Everyone else must have a short rest before continuing on. While she's healing them up using the healer skits and such, Phelix, do you look around the room, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it's going to do an investigation.
Sure. Heading over to that area, you look on the table itself. Appears to be that of a corpse of another Nothic. You do note, of course, that there is tentacles beneath the single eye of the creature as well. But it just seems there doesn't seem to be much in notes or anything like that. Any sort of writing utensils or anything of that nature. Perhaps it might have just been for investigatory purposes or something like that, that the creatures were kind of examining the corpse, as it were.
Do we know what the corpse is? Ulmer's interested if
It's a Nothic. There was once
a Nothic. This Nothic's Ulmer? Okay.
Another Nothic, yes.
Okay.
Felix, do you want to share that information with your companions that you learned?
Yep. Yeah, I'll show that. Yeah, Nothic corpse doesn't look like there's any notes over here, so.
No, I mean about
Just
them
kind of-
once being mind flayers.
Oh, right, yeah. They look like they used to be mind flayers, and now they're transformed into whatever these are.
That would explain the tentacles underneath their eye, says Shaelrin.
And the resistance to magics.
She steps over and will attempt a medicine check. If I select medicine instead of abilities check, there we go. Yes, it does seem that they were being very cautious with their dissection. Perhaps it might be something that this our realm energy is causing. Think
Some
that
sort
they
of
might-
corruption of the body.
Yes, do you think that they might have passed beyond that portal? She points in the direction of the northwest.
And it's possible. Maybe too much exposure to whatever's beyond there can cause issues. Hopefully it's...
She walks over near the body of the mind flayer and she says, and of course, speak with its spirit if you have any questions for it. As you see her pull out the familiar accoutrement, as it were, for casting Speak with Dead.
Ooh. Ooh, what can we ask it? What can we ask it?
That was only 4 questions.
I won't say that again.
For the new rules for 2024 Players Handbook, Speak with Dead, let me just go ahead and copy that and paste it right directly into the chat for you all.
Up to
symbols
5.
of life to a corpse of your choice within range. Target to answer questions you pose. It must have a mouth. The spell fails if the deceased creature was undead when it died. Ask the corpse up to 5 questions. It knows only what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are antagonistic toward it or recognizes you as an enemy.
So we could lie. Well, could stay quiet. Decided not to talk to us.
Ulmor says, well, what if I cut off that Nothic's head and then I put it on Felix's head, hollow it out first, and then he can talk through it, and then maybe that it'll think that he's a friend, and we can get a truthful answer.
I can get behind that.
Why my head?
Oh, because after I hollowed it out, I figured my head might not fit. It might, make its face distort. Because just a thought. If you don't want to, then. Well, it's worth a shot. Let's ask him anyway.
What would you like to ask, however?
Oh, that's a good question. I've often wondered about here in the Underdark, the habits of.
Sharon steps up and taps you on the shoulder, Ulmor. She goes, no, it means specifically to our quest at hand.
Thank you. Okay, never mind then. Yes, to the quest at hand. Where are our townsfolk? Specifically in the other realm through these gates, if we can get there. Where are they? How do we find them? I know we only have a couple of questions, so I need to stop asking.
To 5.
What happened to these mind flayers to turn them into these creatures?
Good question.
Okay. So there's 2 possible questions. Go ahead and type those in chat for me, too, if you would, into Roll20.
Okay.
Viewers, feel free to offer up questions as well.
Oh, yeah. Chime in, please.
Anything from you, Hannibal?
Suck at this part of this game. Never.
Well, go ahead and look through. Take a few moments to look through your notes. See the.
Imagine your own Family Feud in Neverwinter again. Good answer. Good question.
Possibilities. Keep in mind you're going to be going through. You know that there is something connecting these 3 rifts to the main portal that will open the main portal. Which that is where you know where the prisoners were taken. Was through the main portal. You're not sure exactly what they've done inside the rifts to do that. That might be a question. What might be on the other side of these rifts might be a question as well.
Say that too.
What happened to turn the creatures, the Illiths, into Nothics? Good one as well.
Oh, okay. There's 3 questions possible.
How does the rift connect to the main portal? Might be a good question as well.
How many of you are on the other side?
Might be a possible good question. How to pass the briny maze. Fair enough. Well, let's think about those questions for a few more minutes because we do have an ad break coming up. So go ahead and stretch your legs, refresh your beverages, grab some snacks, use the restroom if need be, and we will come back after a short ad break, and we'll find out what the dead have to say. So stick around. We'll be back in a few. All right, welcome back on this side of the ad break. We're just waiting for Phelix to come back. We'll be good to go. Figuring out some of the questions to ask of the deceased mind flayer. Had a number of them in chat and Roll20 chat that were questioning things about the rift, things about the portal, things about the missing townsfolk, questions on how to go through the briny maze. Can you share where that information came from, Hannibal, in your notes?
We found a book.
Mm-hmm.
I have the dominant psyche. No. Where the hell did that come from? I just have notes. There's a divine air, there's Godlet's lair, and there's a protective maze. The briny maze is designed to trap those who come to steal knowledge or slay the Godlet's minions.
Okay.
Many powerful interlopers have defeated the briny maze, have been defeated, and have been absorbed into its fleshy walls. I really don't want to be a fleshy wall.
Fair enough, fair enough. All right, so you can get together, you think about all of these different questions and different things to pose to the creature's spirit. And Shaelbryn will use what you have given her question-wise to obtain information. And she sets the incense to light. The smoke from her incense begins to form around the corpse. You see the corpse begin to glow in a greenish black light of the familiar color of necromantic spells. And she then proceeds to animate the creature's spirit to ask questions. The answers that you receive in regard might be addicted to peppermint. The information you receive in regards to your questions follows thusly. The rift here indeed leads to the labyrinth of eyes, the briny maze. It's one of 3 that lead to different far realm locations. The fanatics put a magic rune in each rift to bolster a larger gateway to the far realm in their private ritual chambers.
Oh, thanks. I'm typing it all out. Nice. No.
When asked about the prisoners, the townsfolk from Phandelver, the spirit replies that the prison cells to the south recently contained almost a dozen surface dwellers. The fanatics took them into the far realm for some greater plan that the mind flayer, who you know is named Ahu-Shatan, does not know. Ahu-Shatan was not allowed to torture any surface dwellers, much to its disappointment. When asked about what is on the other side of the portal into the briny maze, the labyrinth of eyes, Ahu-Shatan knows that a creature named Gulkus lives in the maze of chambers beyond this rift. Only the fanatics are allowed to enter the maze. And when asked about Gulkus, the Mind Flayer's animated spirit replies that Gulkus came out only once, and the fanatic did something to something horrid to the creature, Hushatan does not know any specifics nor any specifics about the creature, but when Gulkus was returned to the labyrinth, it was no longer a threat to Elithanok. And any of the questions reveal no other information or answers for you.
Well, that's pretty good. Or actually pretty bad, considering any way you look at it. Golkus. Sounds ominous.
I'm sure it's fine.
Sure. Fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
You're wicked smart. We'll send you into the maze first.
You got a pocket car there? You're wicked smart.
Oh boy.
All right then.
And
All
further
right.
investigation of this room does not reveal any sort of anything of value or anything of that nature. Other than the information you've gained that these Nothics were once mind flayers, something obviously changed them into Nothics. Perhaps maybe Far Realm energy, perhaps something else. From what it looked like, it did just see that the Illithid, the mind flayer, did not know what had transformed them. Is the reason it was doing the dissection and the autopsy on the corpse.
Oh. Ulmor peeks around and looks at that briny goo, or looking like something, and he says, "Right.
Looking through there, you can see a stone corridor on the other side of the roiling black and or green and silver and black energy.
Yeah." Ulmor says, "I don't want to end up like those guys," and he points to the on the table where the Illithid was doing the surgery. It's like, I don't want to. That looks ugh. But
well, perhaps we should be on our guard then. Sheldon says.
We should.
Wait, aren't we always supposed to be on our guard, Shale?
Of course. Wait, she says. One moment. Phelix, you have many flasks, empty flasks in your pouches and packs and components, don't you?
I have two. I have two empty vials.
I have two as well. May I have them?
Sure. I'll hand them over.
And she quickly grabs them, and you see her move through the door to the south. I'll be right back, she says. And a few moments later, you see her come back in, and you see that the vials are filled with a familiar soupy green liquid.
Ulmor.
What?
From the statue at the entrance.
Yeah.
Drink them, she says. And you see she drinks one down. Of course, very, very bland again, but you don't know that it is nutritious, so it does count as a meal for you. But for the next hour, you have resistance to psychic damage.
All right. Bottoms up. Ulmor drinks his.
Chug mine.
So if I had two, she had how many?
Two as well.
All right. So I don't need to drink one because of the crown. So
It won't really do anything because its potency only lasts for an hour anyway. So after an hour, it will lose its potency anyway. So. I'm ready,
well.
she says. Everyone else?
yep.
Ready and not. Sure.
Actually, before we go, do I need to redo Rary's telepathic bond?
You would need to, yes.
All right, so let's take the 10 minutes to redo that.
Fair enough. Then Showroom will, you see her reach up to her amulet of the devout. You feel the Twilight Sanctuary come around all of you. And let's see what she gets for her rolls. See if we can open the character sheet without having issues today, maybe?
Do we want to do that outside of combat, or do we want to wait till we're in combat?
It lasts until you take a long rest. She has a free use with her amulet. She says it's not a problem.
Okay.
Hey, it opened up.
I have to go. I have a little bit of a animal emergency. Hold on.
All right, we'll take a small little break, and we'll be back in just a few, everyone, so stick around. back. Everything seems okay so far. A little wildlife in altercation with a domesticated animal and a wild animal, but wild animals seem to retreat from what was mentioned. As we must note that Dachshund does actually live in the Shire. If you saw pictures of his house, and his backyard, and his gardens, and the rolling hills and forests behind it, it literally looks like the Shire.
It sounds great.
It's similar, yes.
All right. Now that that is taken care of, we find yourselves again. You've gotten the the psychic resistance for the next hour. It is time to move beyond the rift. Who would like to enter first, and what order are you going to enter in?
Yes, that's me.
Okay, I'll
One
follow
resistance to mind stuff.
suit.
So Hannibal and Ulmor net first, and then Phelix and Shae. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stack you guys 2 by 2. And I'm going to copy and paste you over to the map. So give me a second. To our new map, which is this one. Ooh, I'm going to have to resize you as well. So give me a second.
Oh boy.
Bring you over here as well. Should find yourselves right down here. All right, so give me a moment. As you enter in, you smell this toxic fume in the air. As soon as you enter, everyone please give me a Constitution saving throw. If you are resistant to poison, you may, or the poison condition, you may have advantage on the save.
Oof.
Let me attempt the save real quick for Shaelrin. Oh, she is poisoned as well. However, she is going to go ahead and spend 2 second-level spells to remove the poison condition with lesser restoration from herself and from Phelix. It does cost her 2 second-level spell slots, however. As the fumes of the far realm itself are infused all around you. And of course, after you're making your way into the rift, your body starts to acclimate, especially with the magics from the lesser restoration, are able to acclimate to the environment around. You do note, first of all, that the stones all around you in this corridor seem to be made of a moist stone of some sort. And they seem to almost pulse, as if it has a heartbeat running through it. You note that the strange green and silver illumination that came from the rift itself also seems to kind of fill the area around you with a little bit of dim light, but it is almost obscuring your vision, but not enough to be lightly obscured. You note that the passage that you stand in itself is about 18 foot high in height. And just standing in as you're having your mind adjust and your body adjust to the far realm energies all around you, you see brief glimpses out of the corner of your eye and slight hallucinations here and there. And looking through, you constantly also have the feeling that you're being watched.
Being watched.
And this chamber in which you stand, you see the moist stone walls of this room are covered with hundreds of staring eyes a twitch and blink. You see
Ugh.
2 corridors from this room that lead to the east and to the west. I think it might be to the east and to the west.
I can tell I've got my compass.
You can't, oddly enough, there does not seem to be any cardinal directions in the far realm.
Son of a bitch. Looking at my compass.
Oh, that
Is
your,
it,
what was that called? Your stone? What's the stone called again?
Orb of direction.
Yeah, Orb of Direction. It does not give you any reading at all.
Nice.
Give me an Arcana check, if you would. Anyone that wants to give me an Arcana check as you're watching Phelix, or I'm sorry, watching Hannibal, look at his Orb of Direction.
22.
I got this.
Yeah, definitely.
Ulmor and I got
there
it figured out.
There does not seem to be
Nailed
any
it.
sort of cardinal directions in the rift, in the far realm itself. It does not seem to have any sort of locations or anything of that nature that would, like being on the planet of Toril, you have your poles and such like that, and the magic would be drawn from the Orb of Direction to the northern pole, and it does not give any location here in the far realm.
Right. Left to right, Ulmor.
Left.
All right.
And he starts moving to the right. As you move, Ulmor, you note all of the eyes on the walls start to blink and follow you as you move.
Whoa, that's creepy.
A lot of eyes to stab.
Ulmor, with them watching him, he has an idea and he starts looking back into the eyes. But he also says, "Hold on just a moment, and I'll get out my lantern of revealing and light my lantern.
Okay.
Just in case anything looking at us that we can't see, that I can't see." So
No, but as you shine the lantern revealing towards the eyes, you see them all start to close
okay,
while the lantern's on them.
okay.
And as the light comes away, the eyes reopen and blink vigorously for a few moments and then begin to continue to stare, watch your movements. And as Phelix, you begin to move, you also note that the eyes follow you as well. I think also the lantern revealing also is a bullseye lantern, so it actually has a cone specific direction.
Gotcha. Okay. Bullseye.
Hooded lantern. Sheds light in a 30-foot radius.
Is it a radius? Okay.
Yep.
Radius. Yep. Okay.
But you do see the corridor and some sort of perhaps maybe it might go to the north and south if there were directions.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't see anything. And he looks back at the eyes again.
They just stare there, staring at you, blinking occasionally.
Hmm. Okay. What does that manifest mind look like to us? Forgot.
Like a arcane glyph.
Okay. All right. Well, Ulmor, he just kind of pauses there at the corner and stops and just kind of lets the manifest mind kind of go in front of him.
Sure.
It's a circle. Well, sort of.
Okay. And the floor is the same stonework without the eyes.
It's not
okay.
slick. It's just it's kind of like walking upon pavement that's had a recent rain, and the rain seems to have started soaking in the water. There's no puddles, and it's not slick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's moist still.
Mm.
But it doesn't feel as if you're walking on solid stone so much as perhaps maybe a bit of leather stretched too taunt across a tanning rack.
Very strange. Looks
And
all
the
clear up
corridor
here.
continues, yes.
Long corridor ahead. With two offshoots that I can see. More offshoots.
It is called the Briny Maze,
Hmm.
the Labyrinth of Eyes. What who Shatan had said to you.
All right, who's making the map?
You're the cartographer, right?
Right. Okay. Yes. On the back of my shield, I have a piece of parchment, and every now and then you see him lick the end of his pen as he's dipping it in a small inkwell that he has hidden in the strap, and he's sketching a map as we go along.
Fair enough.
He has the pen behind his ear. What do you think, Hannibal? That way or this way?
Follow the mind for now.
Follow your nose?
Yes.
All right.
Oh.
Does it smell like peppermint cookies over this way?
Peppermint cookies. Mommy's peppermint cookies.
If someone go up that, I'm going to take a quick look up this way.
Sure.
Okay.
Seems to come to a dead end. As you round that corner, you do see a number of eyes kind of start to open and blink from the walls as well in the darkness. A little bit of dim light from the mists all around you, and of course from the light from Ulmer's lantern.
Mm-hmm. And the manifest mind gives off a 10-foot radius of light as well.
Mm-hmm. You do note something up there as the manifest mind gets up into the area.
Yeah, right in here, the light kind of stops. Circular, or is it curved?
The circular portion of the labyrinth is an enormous stone orb perforated with appears to be circular tunnels.
Have we seen something like this before?
You do recall you might have seen something like this before. You were in the tombs, and you were looking for that green gem that your companion was looking for that thought it might have had something to do with Dumathoin. And you recall you had to find some levers to pull to rotate it. Do you recall that?
I do recall that. That's why I asked.
But you can investigate this area.
All of us?
You'd probably be good to have everyone up there at least to look around the area.
Okay. Looking around.
I'm going to send the mind down here so we can watch down the hallway.
Sure. You can all give me investigation or perception checks, your choice.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, wrong one. I'm intimidate the wall.
Do it.
Oh, that was a bad roll.
It does seem as if this orb might rotate on some sort of socket. And looking at it with your, you can still keep your roll, Ulmor, from your intimidation of
Okay.
the. Just subtract 3 from it to make it a 22. Kind of reaching up as you and Hannibal are looking at it, you can see that it does take a bit of effort, but you might be able to actually spin the orb to move it around. As you do note that there is a bit of slime coming from the edges of the socket, like the edges of the ceiling above you, the ground below you, and the edges to the right or left of this rounded area here. Does seem as if there might be openings that you could spin this orb around.
Okay. Well, Ulmor, he's going to try it. And he tells everyone, he says, hey, I'm going to try to spin this thing. And I'll take a staff and I'll kind of stick it in one of the little indentations or whatever places to grab and just kind of start pushing it with the staff. Kind of like what you do with raccoons.
Yeah.
Same but different.
Or what I could do to help. I don't have much strength.
Go ahead and give me a athletics check.
Okay.
Whoa.
Nice.
Gauntlets of ogre power. And a nice 16 strength.
That all connected? This lighting connected? It is. Give me 1 second. Oops.
Ah. It is an opening.
Oh, I see something.
You do indeed see an opening in front of you.
Remember how they said the maze would trap people and eat them? Fleshy walls and whatnot?
Right.
You want to enter into it, or do you want to continue to explore to see if you can find more information?
Based on what Hannibal just said and what we remember about the fleshy walls, maybe we want to look around a little bit more first. And at least now we know we have an option here.
Okay, do you want to turn it back to its original position?
I kind of look, Ulmor will look back and say, you guys want to go in or you just want to keep looking?
I vote to keep looking.
Okay, so I start spinning it again and keep pushing it back to its original position. Back the other way, I guess. Closing off the gap.
Well, let's see here.
Chat, is he pulling a whole bunch of monsters out behind us? Is that why he's giggling?
No, the each section is now no longer moving together as it's supposed to be. We're gonna have to ungroup them all. Well, we're just gonna do it this way. Because it had everything connected as a group, but it did not have everything connecting to rotate properly together. All right. But you are able to spin the orb back to where it is back into its position. But that does mean that in order to get more information, you will need to continue your explorations.
Okay.
Feel that you're bringing that mine back up this way?
It's right over here.
Oh,
It's just made a complete circuit all the way back around to the tunnel you came into.
nice.
Hey, okay. Well, let's go back and let's go to the right where we started. Or we can just go back out and say forget it. Stinks in here. How you doing, Phelix? Looking a little
Better now.
pale. Look a little pale there. Looks like this is where we started. Let's go up the other way.
Indeed, again, the eyes following you. All your movements.
So the eyes are only in this first chamber area?
Yep.
Or they... Okay.
There was some more at the end of that little thing, right? The dead end.
No.
Ulmor,
Yeah.
Ulmor,
There were some at the end of the dead end. Yes.
Ulmor, he kind of has a little thought, and so he reaches up and he picks his nose, and then he pokes one of the eyes with it,
It closes and disappears.
and he giggles to himself.
Disappears.
Stupid eyes.
Hmm.
All right, we got a whole bunch of more corridors. Feels like we started in the middle. Hope you started that map in the middle on your sheet there, Ulmor.
Oh, nope, but I can flip it over.
I looked at the note inside his shield. It's just his name. He's writing his name over and over.
It's just a bunch of scribbles here and there.
Hey, this is complex. Don't cheat. Don't look.
Oh, following the eye up.
I think I found another part of that circle.
Very similar, exactly, to the other location you discovered as well on the other side.
Rose.
Well,
Again, with the goo dripping, the slime dripping from, you can see it coating the ball, the orb itself.
it's pretty slimy. At least it's not an eyeball. And Ulmor will stop there to let the manifest mind continue on. And he looks at Phelix.
Okay.
What's it doing? Does it find a way?
Oh,
In this chamber, you see, through the manifest mind, 10 stone rods protrude from the back wall of this dead-end room. One ends up at a cup the size of an eyeball, while the others all have jagged ends. Stone floor beneath the rods is stained a sickly pink color.
all right. I have an idea. going to send the Manifest Mind back down the corridor to where I can see that circular chamber. I'm going to come down in here. How wise is it to flip a switch?
Do it. I dare you.
With your passive investigation, they don't look like switches.
Oh, okay.
The jagged rods that protrude from the back of the wall, they seem to perhaps maybe been viewing tubes, as one of them still has the eye-sized cup still on it.
Oh, okay.
Seems the other ones have been broken off.
Tap wall?
Okay, I was thinking levers to move that. But... All right. Viewing tubes.
Viewing tubes?
Yeah, anyone want to take a look? There's one that looks like it's working, or at least not broken.
I'll try it.
Is there something under it? It looks like there's something on the floor.
There is
Some
indeed
sort of-
some sort of stained. There's some sort of stain on the floor beneath them. Very sickly pink color.
Ooh.
Maybe it's peppermint.
Ugh.
Do you think it's wise? Sharon says without investigating it for magics.
Felix, get up here.
All right.
Ulmor steps back. Sees
Pull
that
out
pink
the wand of magic detection. It's
Okay.
a 60-foot radius on detect magic, right? Oops. You cast detect magic with the wand.
Yeah, so within 30 feet of you.
30 feet, okay.
Which is plenty enough where you're standing. You do note
Yeah.
that it does radiate magic with an aura of divination on the unbroken eyepiece.
All right, so divination magic. My guess would be to look, I mean, if they're viewing tubes, it's looking at something in particular. And that's where the divination comes in, almost like a scrying type of thing.
Maybe it's connected to one of the eyes on one of the walls in one of the hallways.
Possibly.
like a viewing tube, a spyglass aboard ship.
Right.
It does indeed seem something similar, Ulmor.
Ulmor, you want at it or you want me to grab it?
Yeah, Ulmor walks up, he'll look at it. He'll say, oh, okay. Kind of puts his eye down at it and looks at it.
All right.
Make a con save.
The first thing you see looking into the eyepiece, you see
I notice how Hannibal steps back.
mind-shattering, expansive view of a structure made of pinkish gray and wrinkled and slightly squishy material. A maze. Massive pool. You instantly know what you're viewing is the briny pool that birthed Ilvash. You realize also that a tiny dark hole at the bottom of the pool is a powerful gate to a deeper place within the far realm. Think that you might gain insight into what you viewed. However, I need for you to give me a saving throw. Give me 1 second to determine what that saving throw is.
Oh boy.
That would be
Bye, guys.
an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh, never mind. I nailed this. boy.
You fail the saving throw. Your mind is blasted. You take 14, nay 7 points of psychic damage because of the resistance. However, your intelligence and charisma each become 1. Your scores are now 1.
Ha!
You cannot cast spells, you cannot activate magical items, you cannot understand language, nor can you communicate in any intelligible way.
Charisma
Give
and
me
intelligence.
Yes, give me a Arcana check, if you would, Felix.
All right.
Sure, go ahead and look in the tube, he says.
Would having detect magic still up would
It was
help at
definitely
all?
an enchantment magic, so I'll give you advantage, sure.
13.
Very powerful spell. You've not really seen it before. Unfortunately, your bard with their jack of all trades cannot aid you in this endeavor.
Shalron, what the hell is this?
She will attempt a Arcana check.
Ooh.
He's been feeble-minded. She quickly runs over to Ulmer's side and kind of brings him back away, guides him back. You do recognize, Ulmer, that Sharon is a friend.
Okay.
Can't necessarily remember her name, but you do know she's a friend. You know that. You know all of the other 3 people in the room around you seem to be friends. You know them somehow, but how, you're not really sure.
I'll just step back with her. I just kind of stand there slack jaw. Oh. Kind of like normal.
Only a little lower intelligence.
After he's been in his cups, you know.
Only a little bit lower than his normal intelligence.
After he's been in his cups all night, you know, it kind of feels familiar. But not good. Not good at all.
She looks to you with concern, Felix. I cannot help him today. I might be able to help him tomorrow. I believe that a greater restoration might aid him, but I've already expended my most powerful magics today with the mass cure wounds. With our Arcana check, she does mention, unless you have something along the lines of a heal or a wish spell, I don't think anything but a greater restoration would aid him.
It's not poison or disease, is it?
It is not. It is the feeble mind spell. Only a greater restoration, a heal, or a wish spell will reverse the effects.
No, I think the only thing I had that could have helped is the ointment, but that's not enough.
I'm going to go look at the tube and say, what the hell did he see in there? No, I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in your concern, you might have, and then, of course, stepped back, said, wait a second, He's not even able to. He's not even able to speak to you as you ask him any questions. He just kind of mumbles incoherently, not even able to communicate in any form of way.
So do we want a tiny hut right here and try and sleep it off? If we can't do anything else, I've got nothing that's And I'm not strong enough a wizard to cast a wish yet.
What about the effects? Do you think that resting here in the far realm would have any side effects to us?
Hmm.
And just for Ulmor, I will risk it if you wish, Sherwin says.
I mean, I'd rather not leave and then come back. Who knows if that effect will hit us again when we come back, or if it'll hit us in the morning. Either way, it's going to hit it.
Go
If
ahead,
it doesn't hit us in the morning, then we're good. If it does hit us, then we're
give me another Arcana check, Phelix.
all right. 19.
Nice. Okay, you've had discussions with Riverbiddle. You've had discussions with Gwen Orsong. You've your own studies as a wizard scribe of Order of the Scribes. You think that entering into this area, once you've acclimated, which your bodies have all acclimated to this area of the far realm, probably would be safe if you wanted to take a long rest in this situation.
All right. Yeah, I'll pass that. Say, yeah, I think we should be okay.
All right, so the character is going to use a Liam's Tiny Hut to take the benefits of a long rest, to actually take a long rest. But we do have an ad break coming up, so go ahead and stretch your legs, use the restroom, grab some snacks, refresh your beverages, and we'll see you on the other side of the ad break. So stick around, we'll be back in just a few. All right, we're back on the side of the ad break. If you were not here, welcome in, Zargon. Saw you coming to chat there. Sorry about that. Our bard-barian has been affected by a feeble mind spell while they were in the section of the far realm, an area known as the Labyrinth of Eyes. Phelix, with the aid of Sharon's ritually cast a Leoman's tiny hut while Phelix has set up alarms, I'm assuming, towards the entrance here, and will allow for you all to take a long rest. Unfortunately, in the morning, Sharon will not have another spell scroll, as she's used them all for Death Ward, but she will cast Death Ward on herself. Make sure that she does not drop to be able to get everyone up. Assuming, Felix, you cast your mage armor again.
Yep.
And then after a short time period of prayers and such like that, Sharon will expend her 5th level spell slot to cast Greater Restoration on Ulmor to remove the effects of the Feeble Mind spell.
Welcome back, Ulmor.
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's happening? Hey,
You were
wait a
about to
second.
look into that tube.
Who soiled my britches?
You were just getting ready to look into this tube here.
Sharon looks to Felix because she's like, I'm not sure the spell worked.
He's speaking. I think it worked okay.
True.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I remember something. Wait.
Actually, you don't remember it all.
Okay.
You remember all of it.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So I explained to them about the the brain in the best words that he can. The big brain, the expanse of it, the kin of the maze, and the mind, and the everything. I try to describe it to them, and I would make it sound really fun.
Give me a performance check. Not only just to make it sound fun, but to kind of give back a fairly good description. Nice, yes. You do feel, Ulmor, also that you might be able to more easily navigate the briny pool, which seems to be answering one of your questions from earlier, Hannibal. That might be where the portal in the Lithanok actually leads. The main portal must lead to this briny pool.
Do I get my 10 hit points back? Does she still have?
No, everyone will lose the 10 hit points because of the long rest.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So having an idea of that, I kind of, even on that paper where I'm drawing the map on the side, he kind of sketches the best he can really quickly, a brains type, briny mind thing, mind sketch showing that it's whatever he saw in there.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of as a reminder to when he looks at it, he's like, and he recalls, he can think about, that. And he looks to everyone else. He says, look, it looked like that. And of course, it looks like scribbles, charcoal, ink. To everyone else. All right. Hey, and Ulmor walks over. What's in this hole here? This tube?
Oh,
Oh, wait, no, that's what I looked in. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, I don't want to look in there again.
I asked Ulmor if I should break that last tube eye.
If you wish. It does appear, now that you've seen what's happened to Ulmor, it appears that's exactly what happened to the other view tubes.
I'm going to take a couple swings with Hugh at it if I have to.
A firm blow, your first firm blow. Oh, with a crit.
Hey, spam.
Destroys the viewing piece. And it's magic for good.
Thanks, Hannibal. All right. Out into the hall.
All right, what other trouble can we get into down here?
well, continues on south, quote unquote.
Send in the eyes. Yeah.
The eyes have it.
So Phelix, when you have a chance, make sure to take off the death ward from your token.
Oh, yeah.
It seems to lead just back to the opening chamber.
All right, we've been this way. So it looks like we're gonna have to do something with that to move it. To get.
Do you know that Phelix, or that Ulmor can move it? You won't have to make a strength check this time. The next time you do it, Ulmor, since
Okay.
you kind of have a feel for how heavy it is and such like that.
Okay.
You have to give me a few moments when you spin stuff to mess with the lighting a little bit to help out, since the lighting is a little jacked up on their spin.
Okay. All right. I'll wait for everyone to get up there, and I'll just look to them and say, "Well, it looks like this is the only way we can go." And I'll start spinning it with my staff once again.
Do you want to spin it to the south or to the north? This is outside of Ulmer's penchant for right or left. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which
Okay.
direction do you want to actually spin the orb?
Yeah, it wants to spin it to the right, so to the south.
To the south.
Yes.
Okay, you spin it to the south, and you see a doorway open briefly. With a quick look, you see that the chamber that the door opens to is about 20 feet and 10 foot in width, 20 feet in length. It heads down to another corridor that heads down only about 60 feet, maybe 30 feet, I should say, and then goes 20 feet again to a wall. Does not seem to be the proper movement. Do you wish to continue to spin in that direction? Or do you wish to spin in the other direction?
It continues to spin it the same way, to the south.
Okay. Shortly after, another hole appears. Very shortly after. And it seems to have a corridor that goes heading to the east and up a little bit, and then it comes to another blank wall. With another corridor heading to the south and the east to another blank wall.
Well, I'll let Phelix look in there, and I'll show him my map and my shield. Look, I don't know if this is going to be going across and up or over. I'm not sure. What do you think?
Well, we know. I think we can assume that there's one that goes the other side. The one that we went in from the other side is the same thing. It seems about wider. Can I send my mind in through the corridor the way you have it there now, Mitch? Or
You could do it, but that just comes to blank walls.
oh, it's actually not letting me.
Correct. As there, it leads to nothing, basically.
Okay. There's no opening here?
To make it easier, because the lighting is jacked up on it, there is an opening, but it just leads to nothing. At least it's not the right configuration.
Okay. I'll keep spinning.
Everyone give me a group insight check. Let's try it that way.
You're doing great, Ulmor.
Working it.
Like the way it's looking right now, it looks like it goes all the way through to the other side.
It might be a lighting issue, though. That's what I was saying, is that the lighting is jacked up.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're like seeing the leftovers from the previous spins on the other side.
Okay, because I see a corridor that goes from here to here to here, and then here, and then up, and then out the other side.
That was just because it was just spun that way.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. It looks like a corridor that goes all the way through.
Yes. So give me a second. Yeah, because I'm not seeing that on your vision, which is a little bit different now. So allow me to finish up what we're talking about here, and I'll open up the lighting for you. So give me a second to catch up to what you guys are all doing. Okay.
Yep.
because I literally just moved that specifically to that situation, to that setup. Okay, so let me go ahead and do some lighting changes here. Moving the sphere a little bit more. It finally comes to a configuration which you have not seen yet, Ulmor. And a corridor opens up in front of you.
Oh. Okay. All right. The corridor is open.
Okay.
Shall we
I think
enter?
you're spinning it the opposite way that I thought you were spinning it. That's
Oh, okay. He was spinning it to his right, Will. He's
Send
Just so,
them
you all,
mime.
just so you all know, it has multiple configurations.
Yeah.
This is the one
Right.
that you opened up that actually has an opening for you.
Okay. All right.
Very hard to explain how it is working because the lighting does not spin with everything else.
Gotcha. So, do I see anything weird about the corridor itself, like these red lines or anything?
No, it just seems to be a corridor.
Okay.
Again, the very moist stones, grayish in color.
All right. I'll take my staff and I'll tap over here on this side before I step through.
Sure. Again, it makes a soft thud. Not like a footfall, but a soft thud.
Ooh, a soft thud.
You do see with a manifest mind, Phelix, a opening to the south.
you got another opening down here.
Ooh, okay. Maybe that's the way. Let's
And you
go.
do see on the other side, the first area where you came in, over here is now open as well.
All right, this continues on.
It does indeed. Around the corner there, you see this does end at a dead end, but it contains a withered corpse dressed in leather armor, so dried that it's cracked and peeling in strips.
Whoa.
I got a body,
Oh, you see a body? Well,
old one. Been here a while.
uh-oh. Let's go look. Uh-oh. Someone met an unfortunate end here. And with that, Ulmor turns around and walks back up and stops at here. He stops right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna search the body.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom or a perception check, or an investigation check, your choice.
17. Probably do better with an investigation. But
You recognize that the corpse's limbs are not as withered as its head and torso. As you approach the corpse.
head and torso more withered than the limbs. Something ate it. Hey, Shelrin, you want to check this out? See if you can see anything.
Probably some of that brain damage shit from these squid heads.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but
Might
I'm
be a
not.
possibility. She'll attempt a perception check for you.
I was thinking medicine, if she could do that.
Oh, yes, indeed. Something. Don't. I would be wary of touching it. Go ahead and give me investigation checks.
I feel like calling Ulmor over to touch this.
As you're looking at it, Felix, you
Ulmor
do
thing right
sense, and you can kind of see on the strips of armor covering the corpse's chest, there appears to be ringlets of black, almost barely detectable black energy around it. With your
Anything
passive
I'd reckon?
arcana, yes, with your passive arcana, does seem to be some sort of pent up or built up necrotic energy
Ooh,
that would
yeah,
seem to
I
be
agree.
released upon manipulating the strips of leather armor that cover the corpse's chest.
What?
It definitely seems as if it's got some sort of, for lack of a better word, a trap on it.
Yeah,
It does not appear to have been something that's been purposefully set. But whatever's happened to this corpse has left this energy behind. But you do think that with a maybe it's to spell magic or perhaps even a sleight of hand. If you're really good with the sleight of hand, you might be able to manipulate the strips of leather to peel them off, making it to where the necrotic energy is not released.
I'm okay with sleight of hand. I think it's +7, so.
Sharon does mention that she has guidance for you if need be.
Yeah, I'll take some of that guidance.
Calf has you
Let's try this
craving a
out.
peppermint mocha. Norse has me craving some peppermint ice cream. What are you talking about?
Oh, ow. All right. Sleight of hand. And no inspiration to fix it. Hey, Ulmor,
Yes.
can you inspire me
With some bardic inspiration?
He inspires
with
me every
bardic
day.
inspiration?
Well, but of course. One moment, please. And out of his haversack, not only does he use his drum, he puts in there, hits a few beats, he takes out his lute and plays a song for you. And gives you a little inspiration.
Awesome. All right.
So you have a D6.
Do you need magical?
You, well, it still counts
more.
as the same, I believe.
Okay.
You can just use it as magical inspiration. So you have that for 10 minutes. If you roll and you feel that you want to use it, feel free. If you want Sharon to use a reaction for guidance, she'll do so as well.
Yeah, I'll take guidance.
Okay, so go ahead and make your check, and then she'll throw the guidance on you immediately. And after that, you can decide if you want to use the bardic inspiration.
I may not even need the guidance, but I'll take
Roll
it.
the D4 for the guidance.
That's right. Here you go.
Nice, a 30, a dirty 30.
Wow.
So you're going to hold on to your bardic inspiration, or you're going to spend it?
Yeah, I'll hold on to that.
Okay. You are able to carefully manipulate the strips of leather armor covering the corpse's chest, and are able to bypass the releasing of the necrotic energy. You find on the corpse that the belt contains 4 exquisite ornamental crystal daggers,
Ooh.
each one of them worth 600 gold. 4 of them in total.
Right.
All right. 4 nice daggers.
What else you find, Phelix? Wouldn't be holding back on us, would you?
Was there anything else, or was it
There was
the?
not.
Okay. Nope, that's it. You know me, I wouldn't hold out.
And investigating the chamber again to the east, Ulmor does lead into the initial area where you first discovered the socketed orb. Out over here, basically.
Okay.
Oh,
So, is there any way to move this while we're in it?
There is not. You step inside and there is no way to grip it or move it from the inside. You would have to have somebody inside and someone moving it from the outside and have a way to tell them when to stop.
Hmm. I mean, we
Hannibal
sort of
doesn't have any of that.
If Ulmer moved it while the manifest mind was in it, could I control the mind to see if there's any other outlets?
Depending on where you place the mine, and you would only have access to this chamber that you're in right now. But yeah, you probably could.
Now I'm gonna put the mind here. Actually, yeah, because it can't go through objects, so it would be pushed along. Uh,
You want to put it on that side or you want to put it on the other side?
well, if we put it on this side and we
Sure.
rotate it counterclockwise, then this one will see any other paths along that top edge that we haven't seen yet. If there's anything there.
Okay. So that's how you want to set it up?
Yeah.
And you want him to rotate it clockwise?
Counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise. Okay, so as he begins to rotate it counterclockwise, after a few short, I'm not going to show you exactly because the lighting's all jacked up a little bit. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But after rotating it counterclockwise, it does the entrance where the area where the manifest mind is. It does have an entrance open up about right here.
Okay.
However, the entrance down here where you physically are does not allow you entry into the sphere.
Oh no.
Can we keep going?
Can if you wish. See another entrance up over here. Do you want to send the mind into that area?
Not to start. I'd rather go in there physically,
Okay.
and if we can get up there, then
All right. A short turn later, it does seem to open up to where there's another corridor to this side. And it does seem also to have an entrance to where you guys are able to enter into it. So give me a moment to everyone step back here. Let me go ahead and fix the lighting once again real quick. Doesn't take very long. I'm going to put the manifest mind back here for now.
all right.
Let's go to map layer. Turn this. Oh, my apologies. My apologies. The first turn did indeed set up where you needed to, where you could exit. My apologies. I had that all mixed up. My bad. So let me fix that lighting real quick for you. Should probably turn off the exploration mode for this because it's going to jack you guys up a little bit.
Well, I meant to ask about the daggers. What kind of? They were dagger. Nice, two nice daggers.
Yes, 4 ornamental crystal daggers.
Ornamental.
All right, you should be able to see the corridor now.
Yes.
Probably safe.
All right. Step up.
Sending in the mimes. I mean the mind.
Oh, the mind is still right here. Hold on.
Right.
The mind is actually here. Here, let me move the mind. The mind is right there. There we go. No worries. Norse playing with the kiddo is very important.
I ain't dead yet.
Oh, we got a pile of something and a dead end.
You see that this dead end contains a large heap of broken glass that sparkles in a variety of colors.
Probably go touch that for sure.
Take a stick and push through it.
Hannibal will have advantage on the next D20 roll from Norse Wrecker.
Oh, very nice.
Doesn't anyone have mage hand in this group? I was with some wizards once. They had this like hand they could call out.
No, I don't have any mage hands. Only these.
Not only do I have it, I can make it invisible.
One time it was an evil mage. I carried his hands around in my pack before when I chopped them off.
I was there, Ulmor.
Well, what did we do with them? I don't know. Oh, we lost them in that card game.
Still in your bag of holding.
Oh, in the haversack?
Rotting
I'm
away.
gonna cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
Yeah. Poke Hannibal on the back of the head and then go rummage around in the glass.
Rummaging around through there, you're able to pick up the pieces of glass, and they actually, as you kind of examine them, even with your passive investigation, it seems that there was this perhaps maybe have once been an area where perhaps maybe an art collection of glass creations were in this area, but this seems from the piles and the glass fragments all throughout the room and the heap in the corner, it seems that they were destroyed, perhaps maybe just out of definitely seems to have been something that was done intentionally. It does not seem as if it was something perhaps maybe in spite or in anger. Yeah.
There's definitely going to be a hidden door here. I'm going to search behind the crystals.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Gotta be.
There's none.
Damn it. Everything I need to know from adventuring I learned by watching Scooby-Doo. All right.
Well, do we want to do the trick with the mind again and see if we've got any more openings?
Sure, we can do that. Give me 1 second to reset the lighting for you again.
Since I assume if we had found this one first, we wouldn't have found the second one.
Correct. But you will be able to move the mind enough to get the final setup. So give me a second to move it here. Oops. Then let me do the
Shelron's
lighting.
not stuck in there, is she?
No. Let me do the lighting
Okay.
real quick.
Yeah. We don't want to get anybody stuck.
Right?
So the crystals themselves, we don't. You don't think we should take any of those, Felix? They're all shattered and broken. Can we use them for anything?
I don't know that we can use them for anything. I don't know if they're valuable at all.
They are not.
Thanks, Shelron.
And the only configuration that you can find with the manifest mind after numerous tries is this one here, which leads you from this chamber into a hall where the manifest mind can see to the north.
All right, I'm gonna move that up north. I see the split up there. That's a long hallway.
Oh boy.
Ulmor kind of stands here for just a moment and looks at his shield and this paper and shakes his head and thinks, I don't know. I don't know, Hannibal. I don't know. This thing's spinning around. It's spun around upside down. Oh, wait, Hannibal, get off. Up. You're on your head. Are you walking on your hands?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Ulmor, hold on.
Yeah.
Way back when I asked for some chalk, and I got a bunch of chalk from the Lion Shield Coster. I'm going to start marking the walls. That way, if anything's chasing us.
You want to mark the orb as well?
The
Good
orb.
idea.
You mean the thing, this hallway that's turning?
The orb that's spinning. You can mark it if you wish to those different configurations, so you can easily spin them back if you wish.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me a. What skill do you think would be appropriate for that? Seriously, not in a design lizard joking sort of way.
Survival or insight?
Go ahead and give me a survival check, yeah. Sharon will use guidance on you.
Oh, nice.
And with that, everyone take back their heroic inspiration.
Nice.
As Hannibal is able to use the chalk and etchings with his knowledge of stone cunning and such as a dwarf. Don't want to use just the chalk itself because of the slime that allows the lubrication for the orb to spin.
Right.
But making notches in the stone with the chalk and all of that, you're able to facilitate spinning the orb to get you to the different locations of the labyrinth of where you want to go, whether it be the room with the glass, whether it be the room with the corpse, or the corridor that leads you back to the first section that gets you back to the entrance.
Got it.
All right, we come to a T intersection.
Mm-hmm.
Ulmor
Thinking
says we
this
should
way.
go right.
Okay, that means they're almost left.
Oops. Uh-oh. Oh, we got a little corridor down. Another one. Almost
Ah.
looks like they connect, but
There's only two ways to find out, Felix.
yeah, I'll take a walk.
At the end of the
they connect.
corridor there, Felix, the ceiling of this dead-end passage slopes downward. At its end, the ceiling is only about 4 foot high. Oddly enough, perfect size for a halfling. An odd furry ball the size and shape of a coconut dangles from a faint rune on the ceiling.
Okay. So I found something. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna have the mind go and get a closer look. I don't know that we should get closer yet. I'll tell everybody what it looked like. A furry, you said a furry, a coconut or something?
An odd
Or a furry ball?
An odd furry ball the size and shape of a coconut dangles from a faint rune on the ceiling.
Okay. I'll send the manifest mind
Instinctively
in.
can think, and looking at it, you can't really discern the original shape of the rune because it's too faded, but it does indeed seem to be the rune that was discussed from all of the information you got from the ritual chamber, from the main ritual chamber in Elithanok. This does indeed seem to be that rune.
And there's something growing off of it.
Dangling from it, yes.
Okay.
This odd furry ball, the size and shape of a coconut.
What have you found, Felix?
Furry ball dangling from a rune. Size and shape of a coconut.
You can see it now too, Ulmor.
Yes. Okay.
About this big.
Did I hear Felix say don't go closer yet?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Not a problem there. Bonk.
Yes, you definitely heard it. Whether you choose to heed it or not is up to you.
Flip a coin over here. Canadian $50.
Don't forget that high wisdom score.
That is true. He is a fairly wise monk. I think he just plays along for Ulmer's sake.
Ulmor appreciates it.
Can I use Arcana to try and figure out what it is, or maybe detect magic? Use detect magic from the wand.
Which one would you like to choose first?
Let's do the wand first, and then maybe that can help me with the Arcana check.
All right. It does radiate some magic, some sort of transmutation magic, and Also, the rune itself is enchantment, and the thing dangling from it radiates transmutation and enchantment. So if you want to give me an Arcana check, having known that, I'll give you advantage on your Arcana check.
All right, 17.
It seems that whatever that is hanging from that would also have the properties of that rune and would be portable to take back to the room.
So we can use that to get as almost like a key. We need these. We need
one
multiple
of the,
runes, right?
Yep, you need 3 of them. This appears to be
All
one
right.
of them.
So how do we get it?
I mean, we can pluck it, right?
Yep.
Bago holding.
Yeah, you want Ulmor, you want to open your bag? I can mage hand it and pluck it and put it in the bag so nobody has to actually touch it.
All right. So I'll take off my haversack and open it up really wide, and I kind of slide it, over here.
Okay.
I'll just mage hand pluck the.
All right. As you pluck the orb off of the rune, it grows into a small little creature, a fuzzy fruit that animates, that comes out, and it starts gnawing on the air around it as the mage hand has it in its grasp. It appears to be some sort of small creature with a wide, about a palm-sized orb, with a wide mouth filled with blunt teeth. And it starts gnawing on the air around it.
All right.
Trying to gnaw at the mage hand.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got? I got nothing. I'm at a loss.
Thought you were haversack.
I mean, drop it in the bag. I don't know if it can escape the bag.
Will it eat anything in the bag?
Might.
All right. So what do we do with it? I don't have a cage.
As you're discussing that with your companions, as the creature animates and you've had a few moments, you hear a resounding roar as the chambers around you begin to shake. So I'm going to pull this up, but do not roll initiative yet, because that's what we'll do at the start of the next session. As we're going to find out what this thing is, what you're going to do with this little creature, animated runic creature, and what the roar was that is echoed through the chambers of the labyrinth of eyes. That will bring us to the close of today's session. Great job, everyone. Stay tuned for next week. We will have our next session, episode 38. We'll find out what the creature is, what the players are going to do, what the characters are going to do with that little creature, and what they have awakened from plucking the creature from the rune. All right. Anything to say before we say our evenings? We are going to raid out everyone, so let me go ahead and put some stuff in there for you to copy and paste over to the raid. Anything anyone wants to say to the viewers before we head out?
Thanks for watching. Yeah.
Excellent.
And thanks for the bonuses. For giving it that.
Thank you for the resubs, everyone. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the redemptions for the players. Very, very cool of you. We are going to have a normal schedule for the rest of the week through Wednesday, as it is Thanksgiving here in the States. So tomorrow we will be back with our Bloody Monday. We'll have our Treasure Trove Tuesday on Tuesday, as well as our Tuesday night, we will have an extra episode of Vecna Eve of Ruin, Tuesday evening at 8:30 Eastern Time. If you want to tune back in for that, for another live D&D game. And then Wednesday, we'll have our Wicked Wednesday, finishing off Wednesday with our Dungeons and Deliberations DM chat, talking about some of the new stuff in the DMG, as well as some of the different, some of the significant rules changes between the 2024 and 2014 rule books as well. But we will be off for Friday or Thursday and Friday for the Thanksgiving holiday here in the States. But we will be back next Sunday for episode 38 of Phandelver and Below. But thank you all so much, especially our patrons for Patreon. If you'd like to help support the channel, please consider becoming a patron or subbing here on Twitch, twitch.tv, thanks, twitch.tv/themasterofdungeons. Of course, thanks to all of those for your subs as well. We do appreciate your Prime subs also. You get the free sub every month to any channel, and choosing ours, we definitely consider that an honor. Of course, the link to our Patreon page, as well as our YouTube channel, and all of our social media accounts can be found in the About Us section below here on Twitch. If you would, subscribe to us on YouTube. It is free to do. You can catch up on all of our D&D campaigns that we have on there as well. If you would, like and comment on the videos, share them with your family and friends. Give us a follow on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Any sort of subs, likes, and shares and such like that would definitely help us immensely. You can also chat with us offline, off stream, by clicking on the About Us section below and hit that Discord panel. Join the Master of Dungeons community Discord server. We'd help shape an accepting, caring, and inclusive D&D community. The merch store is also open. Anything you purchase from the merch store will directly help support the channel. But here is what we're going to have you copy when we go over to Raid. There's that, and let's find a channel to raid right now. I'm going to open this, pull this over here. And looks like we are going to go ahead and raid over into, let's see who's doing some D&D tabletop games. Well, let's go ahead and raid Sparkles Mandy. Let's raid Sparkles Mandy.
Hey, I'm currently subscribed to Sparkles.
All right, so the raid's going to pop at the top. Feel free to join that. We're going to go ahead and sign off for the night, but thanks for watching tonight. Go ahead and raid over to Sparkles Mandy. They have a lot of great D&D content over there. Don't forget to copy and paste the emotes there in the chat once you get over there to her channel. But thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow morning for some Monday Bloody Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. So until then, as always, take care and happy adventuring.